What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports. We are in the house live on YouTube and on Twitch for another Toronto Raptors watch along here. Raptors looking to bounce back from that loss we had on that Wednesday game against New Orleans Pelicans. It got a little bit ugly for the Raptors, to say the least. Looking to make a little bit of a difference here today against the Brooklyn Nets. Raptors have lost already to the Brooklyn Nets twice this season, and they've kind of had our number with some outrageous individual performances. So we're looking to get it on and finally beat this team, and we could use a win bouncing back from that Pelicans game. Both teams in this matchup are one game above 500. They do not want to go back to that number of 500. Raptors have not been over 2 games above. They've been 2 games above, never more than that. So I really want to start racking up some wins here. So let's get that going. Toronto can get it going tonight. Brooklyn are coming in here on, hang on, Nick Nurse comments. Nick Nurse talk about Barnes here. I want to say this. Nurse wants him to do the things that make you special. A little of a lot of things. And be good on defense. Because, okay, so Nurse is essentially talking about, like, he's trying to do too many things Like, start focusing on the things that you're actually good at and that you've been good at. All right. Brooklyn, what was I saying? Brooklyn coming into this one as slight favorites. They are favored. Last time I checked by 2 points on the spread. Let me just verify that right now. Pulling up my odds screen. 1.5 point favorites are Brooklyn. That has dropped. They were 2.5 to 3 last night when I bet the Raptors on the money line to win this game. Yes, that's right. We have a Raptors money line bet down for today. I wouldn't bet it at this point. The number's not good. I got it at a really good number yesterday. So we're riding that. A good number, I guess, that is bettable here. So Raptors money line, best price right now in Ontario is plus 110 at BetVictor. I got it at plus 127. So if you're betting it now, I do not recommend betting the Raptors money line. Unless you just really want to bet it yourself. I don't recommend it, though. Player props, I am also on the Pascal Siakam over on points, rebounds, and assists. That was 36.5 this morning. It has gone up to 37.5, but if you have Betano Sportsbook, where I bet this, I got it at minus 105 over 36.5. That's a really, really good number at minus 108. As you see, there's a lot of other books at 37 with tons of juice, like FanDuel, really good player prop engine. They're at 37.5 for minus 120. I would, honest to God, I could not believe my eyes if somebody in chat had a Betano Sportsbook account. But if you do have a Betano account, I think that's a really, really good number to bet at for Pascal Siakam, but I don't really like it anywhere else. There you go. Over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Siakam, and the Raptors money line. Those are the two that I am on for today. Looking to make up for the losses I took on the World Cup today. Split the first 2 games. Then I had Brazil on the handicap in the second game, and then they flat out lost. And also Serbia did not advance. I had a future on them to advance, so that also lost. Serbia 1 point at the World Cup. Pretty fucking disappointing. Any other good bets out there on the NBA right now? Tell you what, over here, we have the Denver Nuggets, 4.5. Points bet is 6. Consensus is 5.5. That is minus 105. That's, what time's that game? Starts in 22 minutes. That's a pretty good number. Do you still do hot sauce? I haven't done it in a while. They're probably bad by now. I still have a few of them. 3 of them I used up, because I like them. 3 of them, the really spicy ones, I haven't touched in a while. So I guess, I don't know. I guess that poison of the bomb can't really go bad. But no, I haven't done those in a while. Looking at further down the NBA slate, any other good bets available? Not really. That's a pretty good spot. -105. Yeah, that's a good spot. Let's go bang the Denver Nuggets here. Wait, is Jamal Murray not playing? If Jamal Murray's not playing, then we're gonna have a something else. Jamal Murray questionable. Okay, so I'm just a little bit of no Trae Young though. That's probably caked into it. I'm gonna ignore. You know what? I don't want to force a bet. I'm gonna ignore that. We got Raptors. We're going to ride with the Raptors tonight. The Raptors win. We cash. Siakam goes over. We cash. So let's just stick with those. Let's say what's up to everybody that is in chat right now. Richard Singh, welcome to the stream. They need to play better than they've been playing. They need to play better than they played last game. Yes, certainly. Logical Raptors fanatic, what is up? Chris2K, how is it going? Chris2K thinks Raptors win this one. We got my moderator, Adam Scanlon, in chat, talking about Andor, excuse me. I got to watch that show still. I haven't even started it. I gotta watch that. I just don't have time these days. Toronto Raptor Trinomus, welcome to the stream. How about that name? Stevie though, what's going on? Jed B, welcome back. Kobe, what is up? It's Kobe with like a bunch of symbols which don't show up on my font. Colin Box Breaks, how is it going? Environmental Canadian. Cody Jones, Gamer Boy D, an amateur army veteran. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for joining me for today. I gotta tell you. It is long weeks these days. I'm doing tons of work on my real job, and right now, every weekday, late in the day at 4:15, I'm doing like soccer betting streams. So my days are long and they are tough. It's just been another long week, and stream tonight. I could really use a Raptors win to wrap up my week here because it's been a grueling week, man. Wednesday just felt like a Friday. It felt like I'd already done 5 days of work in 3 days. So, those last 2 days were tough, but we're here. We are hopefully ready to go nab a Raptors victory. So, let's go do it. You don't gamble, don't start. Start if you really want to, and you want to actually put in work to become a good one. Because if you just do it for whatever, then you're gonna lose money. Jamie Davern, hope I said that correctly. Thanks for doing the play-by-play. I appreciate you coming to watch him. No problem at all. I enjoy doing this stuff. That's why I do it. Listen, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing this shit because the amount of work the amount of time I spend in the day on shit, I have to like this. Do I like the well? I tell you what, Paul. This is news to me. I have not seen the starting five. I don't miss the days, but like, I like being able to just come to stream and know exactly who's starting. Now I have no idea. Coloco's starting. I would assume at this point that Scottie Barnes is starting, or else somebody would have said something. Let me have a look. Okay. All right. Well, somebody shared it anyways. Fred VanVleet, Scottie Barnes, Christian Coloco, OG Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam. I am in Ontario. Yes. So, okay. That's not as expected by any stretch of the imagination. Not at all as expected by any stretch of the imagination. Coloco gets to start here instead of Thaddeus Young, who admittedly wasn't that good in the Raptors' loss to the Pelicans, albeit maybe nobody other than Trent and Siakam were good in that game. But here you have the starting lineup, as I mentioned and as said in chat. Including those that may can't. Do we do this live? Why is that trending again? Oh, man. Raptors will start VanVleet, Anunoby, Barnes, Siakam, and Coloco. So looking for a bit of rim protection. I guess when people are blowing by our players like they were last game, we actually have some sort of resistance at the rim. So I guess that's pretty good. Oopsie. I don't mind it. I think Gary Trent continuing that six-man role. I don't mind that at all. I've been saying for a long time now, Gary Trent is a six-man. Makes a ton of sense. Yeah, you know what? It's just Claxton. It's a matchup thing. It's definitely a Claxton matchup. You're spot on there. There's literally no reason why it wouldn't be that. Speaking of Claxton, he's in my fantasy team, and I haven't set my lineup for today, so I am going to do that. Currently down in field goal percentage, which I'm going to lose. Doesn't matter. Down in free throw percentage, which I'm going to lose in. Turnovers I'm going to lose in, so I just got to pad the blocks and steals tonight. So let's get the bigs in. Like Claxton. It's Marcus Smart playing. Marcus Smart's playing, so let's get Marcus Smart in here. What was the Pels game like? They brought higher energy, better rebounding, more hustle to the game. Our defense looked bad, and we couldn't keep up offensively. It was a disaster of a game. Juancho versus Yuta one-on-one. I feel like Juancho has more in his bag than Yuta does with the ball in his hands. In a one-on-one, I'm going with Juancho there. So Jacob, is Barnes in your fantasy app? Funny enough, Scottie Barnes will be on my bench for today. Yes, Scottie Barnes will be on my bench. I do not have plans to put Scottie Barnes in my starting lineup if there is a full cast of players available to choose from. On top of, I'm not going to drop. I can't drop my guy. I can't drop my guy. Damn, I'm fucking close to it though. You know what I mean? So level on, what is up? I don't really have any channels NBA games, so really great. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm glad. Hey, I would say like the best form of watching the stream is like having the game on and then me synced up with it. But if you don't have the ability to watch the games, then yeah, I'm grateful you find value in this is a form instead of watching the games. You can get this, so thank you for that. Sometimes I go off the rails. It is what it is, but I just like to have fun with the streams. You know what I mean? Glad the Pels game didn't turn into a blowout. We lost by 18. I don't really call that not. That's a blowout. That's a blowout as far as I'm concerned. If Devin Vassell played like he is now, last year he might have gotten Rookie of the Year over Barnes. He's killing it. Well, there's probably Mobley or Cunningham who could have gotten it as well. I don't know. Barnes is not playing well. Barnes would not have gotten Rookie of the Year. Barnes wouldn't get Rookie of the Year this year, the way it's going. Actually, I don't think Barnes, how he played last season, would win Rookie of the Year from this class. I think it would still be Banchero the way he's playing. He's just been that good, respectfully. Pelicans brought a train to the game, and we were tied to the railroad tracks. It's not a horrible representation, except for Siakam and Gary were trying to cut us free. That was what was going on. What's going on, Roman? We got other moderator out here in chat. Thank you, guys. Nice Friday night here. This game, 7 o'clock or 7:30. You know, we're going to be done at 10 p.m. Get an hour to chill, play some Switch maybe, watch some Family Guy, get a good sleep. No video in the morning, no work in the morning. Get a nice sleep in till 8:30. Watch some World Cup games. It's gonna be a better day tomorrow. And we got the Raptors at night. That's gonna be fun. Really need this weekend. Gonna enjoy this weekend. I could use a drink too. I don't want to have to get off stream though. What games are you playing? I play a lot of Mario Kart. I like to say I am quite good at Mario Kart. I'm not like a absolute god at it. I'd like to say I am quite good at Mario Kart. Other games that I play, Mario Golf. I'm a big Mario guy. Mario Golf sometimes. Dive into that. Me and my girlfriend, we have a Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe save we're working with. We're on the final world of that. That's what we do. Wave 3 of the DLC's coming out soon. I don't follow this stuff. I'm just playing, and then one day I look and, oh my god, the new tracks are here, or the new circuits, whatever, courses are here. So Wave 3, I love the first two waves. They're bringing back some classics, introducing some new things, so I'm definitely hyped for the new one. Next game I got to get is Super Mario Odyssey. I've heard some outstanding things about that one, and I'm excited to try that one. Raptors take advantage of Brooklyn's weaknesses on the boards. Barnes should focus on getting boards and some easy putbacks. Yeah, just something to pump his tires, you know what I mean? Something to pump his tires. Literally. Just make him do the easy things, right? I'm with you on that. And yeah, the Pelicans exploited. Like, the Raptors need to win the rebound battle and the possession battle to win a game, typically, and they very much didn't do that against the Pelicans. Like, only 3 offensive rebounds, I think it was. They exposed us. Like, we just have to lean on being a really good rebounding team and a good defensive team, but we just weren't able to do that last game. And the half-court offense is still really not that good. I would prefer to lean on Siakam more. Like, we don't lean on him enough. You see guys like Luka and Giannis, the usage they're getting. Start giving Siakam some ridiculous usage. I'm not interested in getting other guys going, whatever, because Siakam is by far and away our best player, and he is by far and away plus our best half-court offensive player. So give this guy the ball in the half-court way more. Like, they do it a lot, but even more, because he carries this offense when he's that good. I like the OG stuff. I do not like the mid-range OG stuff. I like, the catch and shoot threes. I like the getting him downhill, getting to the rim. Cannot stand the mid-range game. Leave that for Siakam. Ever play Mario Kart? So my understanding of Mario Kart is race starts. You have a beer, whatever your drink. You need to finish that drink by the time all 3 laps are completed in Mario Kart, and you cannot drive while your drink is being consumed. That is my understanding of Mario Kart. Yes, I have played it. It's a fun game. Usually, like Jesus Christ, call me pussy, whatever. But usually, the way I play, it's half of your beer, half of a tall boy instead of the full tall boy, because there's just no way you're doing 4 entire tall boys in 12, 15 minutes of race time. That just you need to survive the rest of the night. So that 15 minutes can't be your entire night type of thing. So, but I have played it. It's very fun to play. Oh yeah, we don't know. It's it doesn't matter. On Switch, you can play with the tilt function on Switch. So you can go with the Switch. I personally, I don't play with tilt, but you can. Standards only, I guess. Keep it casual. A Bud Light, a lighter beer, even a Corona. They don't do Corona. I guess Corona bottles kind of work. Doesn't Masai? Oh wait, what the hell? Off-ball movement by everyone would be appreciated. Quicker pace. It was hard to get a quicker pace when we just weren't getting stops last game. Size in Brooklyn right now. I wonder what the reason he'd be in Brooklyn. I think he just goes to a lot of away games. I don't think this is special. We're at an away game where it's not that far from Toronto. I wouldn't read anything into that. I would not literally would not read anything into that. It's easy to pick up a phone and talk to a guy as well. I just think he's coming to watch the game. You know what I mean? Down to ball of rum. Well, Hermes, you are more than ready for this game. I'll tell you that. You are more than ready for this game. I might go grab a drink in the first. You know what? I could use a goddamn drink. That's exactly what I could use. So, and in the first, I'm gonna go grab it. Hermes is cool. Is it not? I don't. I'd like to say it correctly. Hermes. It's the Sonic photo side name as well. Love that. Chris Rock, Amateur Army Vet. What is going on? How you doing? Have you seen the Raptors candle holders on Reddit? You know what? I have not gone on Reddit in a long time. I used to go on Reddit every day. I don't really go on Reddit anymore, so I have not seen that. I don't know why I stopped. I don't know. I think I started using TikTok, and then my need for just content, as much content as I wanted, was there. Like, Twitter is my favorite app, but my timeline, eventually it runs out, whereas TikTok just keeps going and going. And I think that's filled the void. Or not filled the void, but that's filled in Reddit's place. So that's where I'm at. And I know people on Reddit roast TikTok, but that's where I am today. Hope we don't get embarrassed. No, I think we're in. Look, it's hard. I've seen the Raptors get blown out twice in a row. Typically, that doesn't happen. So I would suggest we're going to come out with a little bit more fire here. We better come out with a little bit more fire here. God damn it. The Pascal holding, crying and beat. Where? I didn't see that. So ready to watch gore. Can't say I do the same. What am I drinking today? I got water right now. I will see what's in my fridge after this. Brooklyn, I don't know. It's too early to say who's better, who's worse. There are some big basketball brains at ESPN who are actually very fond of this Raptors team and think this Raptors team has a lot of potential. We've been so injured. I think if we'd been healthy, we'd be quite a few games above 500. We haven't been. It is what it is. This is a very good Raptors team when it's healthy. Did not show it last game. Did not show it at all. Bad games happen. I think we're gonna come out today and make a statement that we are a good team, and I think we can go win this game. Last time we played Brooklyn, they blew us out, right? Like they fucked us. Let's call it. Rebounding was an issue. I think injuries were an issue as well. So hopefully, a lot better today. Spoke with Scottie. He will do good today. Hit a bad weed and bad seafood from New Orleans. I just don't know what to do. I don't know. Like I said in my video on Wednesday, it's not like there's too many bad games with the good games. Like, oh, wow, another one of those bad games. It's when he has a good game. It's like, wow, he actually had a good game. He just never has good games, except he had that one against the Hawks. But he's very rarely getting these good games. And it's very sad and frustrating to watch. I would say the biggest thing. So obviously, Scottie Barnes definitely cares, but it doesn't look like it. You know what I mean? There's players, he hasn't said anything about this, but I question how much he gives a shit right now and his effort. So usually players will say things like, of course I care, I want the win, I want to play well, whatever. You got to show it. I don't care what you say. You have to actually go out and show it on court. And in the last little pocket, especially that Wednesday game, it looked like he did not want to be on the court and did not care. And naturally, Nick Nurse benched him for most of the second half because he was that bad. And you got outplayed by Juancho Hernangomez. Kind of hard to do that, but it is what happened. So we just need a lot better from him. Need more effort for sure. Is Bull playing tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow's a Magic. We should win that game. I don't know if Bull's playing. Bull's had a pretty good year, isn't he? Although the Orlando Magic the Orlando Magic suck. Nurse has to keep Scotty's mind positive. It's a weird way to write that. So he starts. If he looks like a ghost again tonight, I expect we might find out about a personal issue because we have a Simmons situation. I just continue to feel like this is not just you, Paul. And you know I'm not suggesting that you're completely wrong here. I just feel like people are digging for a reason why he's playing so poorly. There's a reason, like there has to be something. He's playing so bad. There has to be an injury. There has to be a personal thing. There has to be this, that. I just think dude's playing like shit. I don't think there's some underlying factor here. I think Guy is just playing really bad basketball, and he has a much lack of confidence as a result of playing so poorly. I don't think there's some underlying narrative to this. I don't think there's an injury people keep talking about. I don't think there's personal things, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is, and if there is, then that would explain it. But from like the first game of preseason, this guy has just not been checked in from a basketball standpoint. Like first game, there were warning signs all throughout preseason. We were just like, okay, Nick Nurse said he was injured going into preseason. He was shut down for 3 weeks. Okay, that makes sense. That makes me feel better. But that it just has not changed. You know what I mean? He doesn't have his contract yet. It's not like he's signed his max or super max, whatever it may be. I just think he got into a little bit of a rut, and that took over mentally. Lost a lot of his confidence, and that's kind of festering within him. Confidence is the most important attribute I think an athlete can have. If you don't have confidence, then you just can't execute, because when you're lacking in confidence, you're all of a sudden thinking about everything too much, and when you're thinking and not just doing as an athlete, it's not coming second nature. You have to overthink things. That's where you really start to struggle. That's why people struggle in the clutch, because you think about these things too much, and just like a shoot around with you and your buddies. You're taking shots. You're not thinking about it in any sort of way whatsoever. You're just doing it. But in fourth quarter, 1 second left, down by two, you have 2 free throws. You got to hit both or your team loses. You are thinking about every little movement that you're doing. That's why an athlete can be more susceptible to mistakes and failure in those bigger, high-pressure situations, because they have to think about things rather than just doing them as second nature. When you're executing, you're confident, and it's just coming like as second nature to you on court. That's when you're at your absolute peak. as an athlete. Right now, he's in the opposite. Rut for confidence, and he knows he has to be better. He's probably his biggest critic, so he's probably getting in his head as well. But the reality is, like, we need to win games too. I said it on Wednesday. I'm all for like trying to get this guy going because we absolutely need to do that. But also, like, we got to win basketball games here. And if he's not going to help us do that, then start playing other guys who are helping more. Like Juancho, he's helping us win games. He was excellent on Wednesday, despite like all our failures. He was a +1. The Raptors lost by 18, and he was a +1. You know what I mean? So I don't know. If he's really struggling today, I wouldn't just force feed him minutes. We got to win this game. This is an important game. But that's how my thing about this whole situation. Let's see if anybody disagrees. It's hurting him with one bad play, makes him go downward spiral. He's in that downward spiral. He hasn't gone out. Yeah, that's just a thing. You know what I mean? No big con. Exactly. It's not the money thing. It doesn't seem like that's the thing. He doesn't seem to have an ego at all, in my opinion. You have bad games, how you recover. You can help. If you can, that can help show what you're made of. Yeah, it's a good point as well, Cody. I agree with that. I think Nurse really needs to sit down. Or I think Nurse. Okay, I think you meant. I think Scottie really needs to sit down with Nurse. Tell him to Nurse needs to sit down with Scottie. Tell him to focus on defense, rebounding the ball. If you score, post up against a smaller guy. The thing is, he's not scoring these post ups, so it's not like these are working either. He's a very inefficient post up player as well. Like you want to give him specific things to get going, right? But on offense, there is nothing going for him. I'm not even trying to be funny, whatever, hyperbolic. Like genuinely, nothing is going for him on offense. The only thing going at a good percentage relative to the NBA is his 3-point percentage. He is struggling to pick out mismatches. When he has a mismatch in the paint, he's not finishing aggressively and missing those shots, which just make it even worse. I mean, you can't not go to that. You have to go to that. So I would agree, you do have to go to that. But even that isn't going right now. It's just so frustrating. But first things first, if you want to be on the floor, you got to play defense, right? You got to get out there. You got to hustle. You got to work. You have to be a disruptor and be effective on defense. That's first and foremost. Wednesday, he absolutely was not that. He absolutely was not that. So we need that to be a thing for Scottie Barnes for like tonight, starting tonight. And once defense is happening and you're making good plays, you're getting stops, hopefully that just psychologically kind of lifts you up and you can translate that to the offensive side of games. So rebounding, crashing the boards, high energy, playing defense. Like look at Chris Boucher, how bad he was to start last season, right? And everything flipped in that wake-up call game against Cleveland, right? Everything flipped because all of a sudden he recognized, okay, if I want to be effective for this team and I want to get playtime and be on the floor, I got to have the most energy on the team. I got to have the highest amount of hustle at all times I can possibly give, right? And then all of a sudden, there was such a big 180 to Chris Boucher's season. Right now, Scottie Barnes, his talent, just raw talent is letting him down. So what he doesn't have there, he has no choice. He has to make up for in another situation. So he's absolutely gotta hustle more to compensate for the stuff that is not falling for him and not going for him offensively. And I can't think of a better example. Like the way Chris Boucher 180 that last season, Scottie Barnes has to try and do some of the same here. Yeah, Celtics went on a run. Things can change. It's a long season. If only Scottie would dunk for real. If he just dunked that fucking ball against Atlanta. How did he not dunk that? Scottie have more space with Pascal back? I mean, yeah, but didn't show it last game as good as Scottie was playing. Yeah, guys, if you're watching right now and you're enjoying the content, please make sure you have liked the stream. Let's try to get to 50 likes by the end of the first quarter. If you grew your hair out and took Jesus Christ as your personal savior, you would look like singer Keith Green. Well, I'll tell you, I can do one of those things. The other one, not so much. So I'm going to rule out looking like Keith Green here. Like confirmed. You think Gary? I also don't know who that is. You think Gary Trent Jr. will stay on the bench for the foreseeable future? Yeah, I mean, 3 games in a row now. Positive game on Monday, like outstanding game offensively on Wednesday. It was bad on. It was just horrid defense in the first half by him. Second half, it was good though. So, I mean, Nick Nurse has been abundantly clear about what he wants from Gary Trent. He's just got to go do it. And the thing is, these things start with effort. Like, defense is all, like it's not all. It's pretty much, if you're hustling and working hard and just making good decisions, you're going to be a fine defender in the NBA. Like, making good decisions, easier said than done here. But if you're hustling, closing out, seeing a guy that you have to pick up in the rotation, like, you're going to be a fine defender. Keep your feet moving. I've been down for Gary Six-Man for like a year now. Simon says, it goes to show you that when talent's letting you down, it's never what makes the player. I mean, sure, some players have more talent than others, but you got to work hard to be in this league. That's right. Did you guys know 7-Eleven was a part-time job? Not one that I ever had. I don't know. Scotty's got to do something. We got to get something out of Scotty. Like, we just got to get something type thing. All right, let's go through the injuries tonight. Raptors, like I said, are -1.5 on the spread for this game. Looking at the injuries, Raptors still without Precious Achiuwa, still without Otto Porter Jr. On the Brooklyn side of things, no Ben Simmons, no Yuta Watanabe, no Alanis Johnson or Day'Ron Sharpe. So Ben Simmons, a big one. Yuta Watanabe, another notable one. We'll see how this goes. How does it affect Pascal Siakam's legacy? That's the question we all want to know. That's the burning question. Yeah, Siakam is, he's unbelievable. I mean, I talk about him so much, but honest to God, this guy's unbelievable. Unbelievably good at basketball. We want AJ Griffin. Too early to tell. I'm not sure. How does it affect LeBron's legacy? That's the bigger question that we don't know. Wonder if Precious keep Zion. I don't know. I don't think anybody was keeping with Zion the way he played last game. That was a dude on a mission. He was just so good. Maybe we could have done better, but he was exceptional in that game. There's absolutely no denying that. Ooh, I got a big shout out from a bigger Twitter account. How about that? Just retweeted it. You want Ben Mathurin, Soda Masai? Well, guy went 6, so you had to be really bad to get him down there. AJ Griffin's, from what I've seen, has been like really good this season for a rookie. Much better than expected. Yeah, the Pelicans beat us up everywhere, every which way. Whatever they wanted. We said yes, daddy, you can have that. Just threes, no problem. Rim, no problem. Except on the other end of the court, they gave us nothing. It was, I mean, we weren't even that bad actually offensively. We just couldn't keep up with that. Unrelated, there's a commercial for the Puss in Boots movie. I don't know if it was real. I saw unironically this movie was getting unbelievable ratings. I'm going to verify that on Rotten Tomatoes right now. But apparently, this Puss in Boots movie is like 9 out of 10 plus. Let's see. Wow. This is the most unprecedented thing of the year. Out of everything that has been unprecedented and incredibly strange, I thought this was going to be like mid-30s. This movie just looks like shit. They are still milking this franchise. It is 2022, and it's gonna be 2023 very soon. And they are milking the shit out of this franchise. Hour 42 minutes, so not even short. And it got a fucking 98% audience score and 93% on Tomato Meter. Do you know how difficult it is to pull that off? That's incredible. What did Shrek get? If this is higher than like the OG Shrek, then we're gonna have to pack our bag. You gotta be kidding me. You've like, this is an absolute cinematic masterpiece. I know it's like meme friendly, whatever people like to meme about this movie. Like if you can watch this movie today. It is a cinematic masterpiece. They truly could not have executed this movie any better. It is perfection. I'm not even like gassing it up. It is a cinematic masterpiece. Let's see if Shrek 2, hot debate if Shrek 1 or 2 is better. Let me know in chat. Is Shrek 1 or 2 superior? I think, wow, it got slightly better. 69. This is a good fucking movie. What did this one? 69 on the audience score? This is a good movie as well. I think it's like picking between your two sons here, but I probably lean Shrek 1. Although Shrek 2, the soundtrack rivals it very big. Like they're both so good. Man. May not be as fresh as the original, although like it got a better score from the critics. Jeez. And then we're sitting with this movie at a 93. That is just preposterous. There are probably some all-time classic movies ranked lower than the Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Corrupt. It's corruption. 2's better? I don't know. Starting lineup for the Nets here. Irving, Harris, Durant, O'Neal, and Claxton. For the Raptors, it is your usual. Gary Trent remains on the bench, though, for Christian Koloko. Just going for matchups there with Claxton, I imagine. Cocaine Bear. Whoever was in charge of marketing there, give them a promotion, give them a raise. Because how that movie popped off on Twitter is no easy feat. Talking about Chris Paul, Kanye. No, it seems as though that's fake, though. Kanye made it up, it looks like. We're not talking about Transformers. We're talking about a masterpiece. How about Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar? Excellent movies. Excellent movies. Kung Fu Panda, damn near a masterpiece. It is quite good. Madagascar is like, I would say a mid 80%. I'd give Kung Fu Panda high 80s. I'd give Shrek high 90s minimum. Thoughts on listen, I jumped off the Kanye train like years ago. If you're still on it now, then I don't think we can be friends, to be honest. Okay, let's get it on here. The Raptors playing the Brooklyn Nets, about to get started here at the Barclays Center. What's going on in Phoenix? Thank you for joining. We're getting ready to go at the Barclays Center, playing the Brooklyn Nets, looking to bounce back from that loss to the Pelicans. Let's get going here. Claxton early on for the Nets as we have gotten started here. Kyrie Irving open for 3. Okay. Not a good start. 3-0 for the Brooklyn Nets. Fred to OG at the rim. Layup is no good. It was an open layup. Claxton, good rebound. Van Vliet out to Siakam. Siakam just pulls up for 3. Woo! Pascal Siakam getting going early. Knocking down the 3 over KD. Barnes is not starting. Barnes is starting today, excuse me. Barnes is in here. Koloko is starting in place of what you'd expect to be typically, maybe not today though, Gary Trent Jr. So Gary Trent Jr. coming off the bench. Koloko is in the starting lineup today. Durant with the right, got it to go. Off balance, fadeaway, floater. That's just KD, baby. Van Vliet to the rim. Cycles back outside. Coming off that really, really bad performance, Fred. He's fouled. It's attested to be on the floor. Fred last game was 1 for 8 or something like that, and was 0 for 7 from 3 before he was ejected. So he is also in for a bounce back game. He needed him to be a lot better tonight. So 2 games this season where Fred has not hit a 3 after such a long streak without doing so. Twice in 10 games. Fred for 3 here. Doesn't go. God, we got to get Fred going. I think I'll have a good game here. Durant driving past Siakam, and he's fouled by somebody. Kevin Durant will be heading to the line here. So you're wondering what I have bet on today. I have the Raptors money line, and I do have Pascal Siakam over 36.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. KD needs to go bald or get a brush or both. Man, that. How do you live with yourself? Credit to you. You know, you do what you want, but how do you live with your hair like that? You got over 36.5 at minus 40. Too much juice for me, but whatever. Looking for some fun on a Friday night. Siakam misses the turnaround shot there. I don't even know what to call that. Kyrie Irving to Claxton. Layup is no good, so Raptors catch a break there. Remains 7-3. Barnes to Van Vliet. Driving past the player. Gives it to Koloko. Layup. He's blocked by Koloko and then blocked by Durant. Here come Brooklyn in transition. Irving to Harris, and he'll lay it in. No timeout. Barnes forces his way up to the rim. He's fouled. Okay, being aggressive. Didn't make the shot, but he got fouled. It was a soft foul, but okay. Barnes posting up Royce O'Neal, trying to make something happen. Don't mind that at all. Yeah, I guess when you're 7 feet tall, it doesn't really matter if you have a bald spot. Nobody's going to see it on top of your head. Barnes at the line hits the first one. It is 9-4 for Brooklyn early on in this game. So defense has not been great to start. Barnes at the line. Let's get him 2 points here. Second free throw is also good. All right. We needed that. A little bring him up sort of thing. Irving takes it over half court. Van Vliet defending closely. Irving to OG with the steal. Oh, and he just steps out of bounds. Almost got the steal there. Ten straight games with a different starting lineup. That is annoying. Harris open for 3. Do we not do our homework, guys? Do we not do our homework? That is Joe Harris. That is the only white player on the court for them, right? That is the only white player on the court, period. Can we defend him at the 3-point line? Nets in transition off another Raptors miss. Raptors 1 for 8 from the field to start the game. It has been a rough start. Coming off that rough loss, been a rough start. O'Neal to the rim. And an offensive foul or a travel, whatever it is, it's a turnover by the Brooklyn Nets. Raptors will get it back here. You got to get a sponsor for your drink. I guess I shouldn't be promoting BioSteel for free. Should I actually try to do that? Van Vliet. I don't even know how to get sponsors. Who do you contact? Scottie Barnes turns it over. Here come the Nets with O'Neal, who lays it in. 14-5. Nurse saying, you know what? 7 timeouts. I'm going to need all 7 of those today, so I'm not going to use any right now when my team can't score and can't get a stop. Raptors really struggling. Siakam to Barnes. Corner 3. Catch and shoot. Scottie Barnes knocks down the 3. So I don't mind, if Scottie Barnes catch and shoot. I don't mind that. When he's off the dribble, it's very frustrating and bad. Don't do that. Kyrie, no good there, but Claxton gets the offensive rebound. Harris for 3. Another one drops for Joe Harris. I'm sorry, but do we know who Joe Harris is? I know he's not been playing that great this season, I don't think, but Siakam clearly fouled. Siakam will head to the line here. Do I think they're going to pay Flynn? They already fucking paid him, man. They extended him another year. They took his option for another year. Why did they extend him? Hey, your guess is as good as mine. I have no fucking clue. So Siakam at the line here. You cannot start Koloko. Well, when you're playing against Nick Claxton, if you don't start Koloko, you're in trouble. Yeah, high-scoring first quarter for them. They've scored a lot here. Okay, come on. Siakam at the line. Second shot is good. Raptors. Only 2 field goals so far tonight. 2 for 9. Excuse me. Raptors get a steal here. Moving in transition with Van Vliet. Out to OG. Open for 3. No good. Really good opportunity there for 3. Just can't get it to go. Durant now. Barnes defending Durant. Koloko comes up for the double. Raptors really push forward here. O'Neal drives inside. And hands off to Irving, who gets fouled. And he's heading to the line. Defense really rough to start the game for the Raptors. Brooklyn really moving around with a little bit too much ease here. I mean, KD was like 5-10 feet away from the 3-point line. I don't really think we needed to double there, but they do, and yeah, he makes us pay. So Kyrie Irving at the line. Game slows down here. Misses the free throw. Rebound by OG. So remains a 9-point game. Van Vliet over half court. And timeout. Why does he call, like... So, after a guy hits a free throw, or after the guy gets free throws, and it's all quiet, and he's just, the crowd is out of it, and you have the ball, why is that the point where you call a timeout? Not when they have momentum and the crowd is getting all into it. Why does he call a timeout there? Not at like 17-8, whatever. Whatever, we got a timeout there. All right, let's get the win. Come on. Hopefully, I can't believe how far I've come on Juancho Hernangomez here. I hope he comes out. When this timeout's over, I hope he's on the floor. Gary Trent would be good to get in as well. Don't understand the obsession with the amount of isolation we do outside of Pascal. We are third worst isolation team in the league on those plays. Are we that bad? Yikes. Then we should probably just... Well, I think part of it is like our ball movement isn't really good enough. We should probably be better at that. Maybe it's because we're reverting to the ISO too much. Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to lean on ISO, just give the ball to Siakam even more. That's what I say. Think we're going to lose? Win or one, I'd like to respectfully care. But I remember last game, the Raptors started 9-2, and you're like, I think we're going to blow them out. Regardless, it is 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes in. It is way too early to make any sort of claim about how this game's going to go. How many ways to stop the bleeding? It's only first quarter, but I have bad... Well, we're 4.5 minutes in. There's a lot of time here to get right here. You come out, you hit a 3, all of a sudden it's a 2-possession game. It's really, really early. Every time I say they lose, they win. So, all right, keep doing that, pal. Anyways, let's go get the next bucket here. Come out of the timeout. Come out with a good play. Come out with your subs, whoever it is. Start bringing some more defensively. Koloko, I agree, looks a little bit lost out there. Maybe you bring in Kem Birch. Maybe you bring in Thaddeus Young instead here. I mean, it's hard to choose. They both have limitations, both Birch and Koloko, so... Raptors, it looks like they have kept the same 5 on the floor. Okay, so we're going to roll with it. Less than 5 into the game, so let them play it out. Siakam on the outside after the kick up by OG. One-on-one with KD. Outside, Koloko in the corner for 3. You know, if I had a 3-minute timeout and the result of my play I drew up was a Koloko 3, I'd be a little bit upset. I'm upset. I am upset that we drew up a play in that timeout likely and it resulted in a Koloko 3. Obviously, that wasn't the play, but man, oh man. I don't, that's not good. Siakam feeds it inside to Koloko. This is where you want him. And he's called for the travel. He missed the shot anyway. So Raptors half-court offense continues to falter a little bit here. Brooklyn looking dialed in on defense. And granted, they've been a lot better defensively since the coaching change for that team. The Raptors need to do more here. Fourth best in the league in generating points off handoffs. More run handoffs to get OG, Pascal, Scottie downhill. Because it's just too easy, right? How long have I been saying get OG downhill more? Claxton to the rim. Puts it in with ease. So Koloko really not doing much tonight. Siakam, 2 for 11 from the field for the Raptors. Siakam outside for Barnes, who takes it off OG and then shoots it. 2 for 12. Harris in the corner. Good closeout this time. Not giving up that shot. 21-10. O'Neal deep 3, and that's good as well. So 14-point game for Brooklyn. They are absolutely torching us on both ends of the floor. Nurse, watching this, has not made a sub. He is just leaving the same guys out there. It is a 7-0 run. Koloko is doing nothing on either end of the floor. We are leaving him out there. Half-court offense still struggling. Handoff there to Siakam. Step back in mid-range. No good. Siakam not bailing you out tonight as of yet. So Brooklyn just continuing to take advantage here. Irving to O'Neal. Back to Kyrie. O'Neal's open for 3. They're swinging around the outside. That's Joe Harris again open. And he hits another one for 3. He is 3 for 3 from 3. He has been wide open on all 3 3-pointers. We have not covered him on any of those 3-pointers. Why, like, can we bring maybe a sub? I don't know. Maybe we just leave the same guys out here for 48 minutes that are obviously playing so well. Van Vliet at the rim doesn't go. Gary and Boucher looks like are about to check in. Brooklyn dominating us on both ends of the floor. Durant with the right inside to Claxton, and he's fouled. Not a good free throw shooter, but he's going to the line. All right. Well, that certainly is a bounce back on the game you just got blown out in. You come out and you just look flat on offense and, again, flat on defense. Good stuff. You know what the biggest crime is that you are down by 17 for now. Claxton's at the line here. Took Nick Nurse over 7 minutes to make a change. He watched that. He watched that run. He watched that offense not cooking, and he left him out there. He left Koloko out there, and this guy, Koloko's been an absolute disaster tonight. But a reluctance to switch, and Claxton makes a second free throw. It is an 18-point game. They are almost tripling up our score. Oh, man. Brooklyn hounding on defense again. Barnes getting downhill. Now Boucher to Trent. Close out by Curry. Step back 3 for Trent is no good. So another low percentage look for the Raptors generated on offense. Inside for Claxton. He misses the alley-oop. Raptors catch a break. Barnes, other way, to the rim. Layup is no good. And that is a look he probably should have scored, and then there's an offensive foul. Wow, like literally nothing is falling. Literally nothing is falling. Well, I mean, that's just a layup. Scottie Barnes got a hit, man. That is literally a layup. Sure, he had to swing around some contact there, but that was literally a layup. You just put it in. It shouldn't be that difficult. Wancho checking in. I was about to say, like, God damn, can we get Wancho and going? Wow, TJ Warren is playing a basketball game here for the first time since late 2020. It has been 2 years since TJ Warren has played basketball, and he's checking in for the first time since then. Wow, that's at least a good sight to see. Oh. Durant driving inside. Layup is good. No help. No resistance. He just dribbled. He ran. And he had an open layup. Why don't we get open layups? So we do. We just fucking miss them too. Wancho on the outside. Stolen. Oh, easy look for Warren. And welcome back, TJ Warren. Chris Boucher just jumped out of the gym for no reason. You let a guy who hasn't shot a basketball in 2 years pump fake you out of the gym. Come on, man. Another timeout by Nick Nurse. Raptors can't score. Raptors can't defend. What are we shooting? What are we shooting? Like 5% in this game? Not even a joke. What are we shooting here? Oof. Tough to follow up a blowout and then tough to follow up a blowout and look even worse. We are shooting 12% tonight. No, 12%. We are 2 of 16. This is bad, man. I don't know what is going on right now. This is unbelievable, man. What do you even say? We're shooting 12%. They're shooting 80%. 80. They're shooting 80%. And we are shooting 12.5. They are 5 for 5 on three-pointers. We have not hit a 2 yet. There is 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the quarter, and the Raptors have not hit a 2-pointer yet. What the fuck is going on? Vintage Joe, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Amateur Army. How have we not hit a layup yet? What the fuck are we doing? What is it like? What is the box score looking like right now? Okay, rebounding. Koloko has 4, Anunoby has 1, Young has 1. They have, how many rebounds they got? They have 10. Or 6. Barnes has played 1 quarter. He's a minus 20. The rest of the starters are minus 18. We are in the first quarter. Koloko from the start was a disastrous decision because we couldn't close out the shooters, and they're 5 for 5. We could not close out the shooters. They just swung it around the perimeter. Koloko couldn't keep up, and we got blasted. They're 5 for 5 from 3. Oh, my goodness. Stolen there by Gary. There he goes. All right, dunk that. Dunks it. Raptors down by 18. Off the steal. Quick 4-0 run for Toronto. Down by 18 now. All right, so 5-out sort of system now. And travel called on Curry. So Raptors dig themselves an astronomically large hole here. And what the fuck? Like, now we have to spend the rest of the game trying to fight back. You can't do it one at a time, so you got to do it one at a time. And Hernan Gomez for 3, 15-point game after the 7-0 run by the Raptors. If I'm Jack Vaughn, I literally call a timeout right now. Warren to Sumner. Back to Warren outside for Morris. Good closeout by Thad. So looking much better with a 5-out system rather than Koloko. I don't think Koloko touches the floor again. And timeout called by Vaughn. And yeah, stop the bleeding before it starts, really. Shout out Dale Earnhardt, though. He would never let us down. No, he wouldn't. My pronouns are he, but not him. Because I will never be him. Okay. Down 32-17. Granted, it was 32-10. So we're starting the comeback here. So starting Koloko was bad. The Nets exploited his lack of movement on defense, generated open looks on every possession, and scored like every single one of them. They are 5-5 from 3. Offensively, Koloko took up too much space in the paint, didn't give us enough space, and it took us 3 minutes and 19 seconds to hit a 2-pointer. Took us almost 9 full minutes to hit a 2-pointer tonight. Yikes. So the thing is, yeah, you can get the starting 5 wrong, but then you can also change it when you realize it's not working and not wait 7 minutes. Man. And since we've gone with a more 5-out sort of defense, we've looked a lot better. Juancho and Thad coming in and made a difference. The Raptors forced a turnover there. So here we go. Getting some stops, getting some makes. Bench really putting in work, trying to bail out the starters. Finally, Gary Trent, part of the bench unit here with the ball. Trent to Thaddeus Young. Can we pile on another basket here? Boucher, fadeaway jumper. We don't like... We're early in the shot clock. Do I need Chris Boucher to pretend he's Kevin Durant? No, I don't. As Barnes fouls Sumner, and it's an and one. Did we really need a early shot clock, Chris Boucher, fadeaway, mid-range, 100% contested shot? We don't. Like, we gotta be smarter than this. Okay. So how coaches are supposed to use timeouts when they sense a run coming or momentum building, they call a timeout so that it doesn't get worse. And since then, Brooklyn Nets have gotten a stop, gotten a make, and they just got a turnover. Okay. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. 35-17, Brooklyn. They are beating us by 18 points. We are in the first quarter here. 3-pointer, no good there. Thaddeus Young to Gary Trent. Trent, defended by Durant. Brooklyn just missed their first 3-pointer. Another turnover. This one on Thaddeus Young, stolen away. At the rim is Warren, and he's swatted by Chris Boucher. Need that one there. Listen, everybody was a liability so far tonight. And 3-pointer there for Morris. And Brooklyn are 6 for 7 from 3. A lot easier to hit threes when you're not getting defended taking them. I'll say that. 21-point game 45 seconds to go. Barnes has it stolen. That would probably be, so at this point, another turnover. This would be the point of the night where I turn off the game. I would have made it 11 minutes and 20 seconds. 11 minutes and 19 seconds into this one. Last game, I would have made it to halftime, I think. What the fuck was, like, how did Scottie get his pocket picked that easily? Then he fouls him. Yeah. What? I don't know what to say, man. Oh, I don't know what to say. It's very tough to follow up a blowout loss with an even worse start to your next game, if that's like at all possible. Flagrant foul now as well. Jesus Christ, man. Horrible. Holy shit, Jake DeGrom just signed for the Texas Rangers. That's something. You guys like baseball? Jake DeGrom to the fucking Rangers. This guy's disgusting. Mets fans in shambles. Wow. All right, another bucket for Brooklyn. They're up by 23. Listen, guys. I mean, it's ugly. I have a money line bet here. I also have a Siakam points, rebounds, assist. Both those looking ugly at the moment. They happen. Wait. Didn't you say you'd do a shot for every Juancho 3, Adam? Yeah. He hit a 3. Okay. I love this team. He did hit one at him. I love this team. Let's watch this. Fred for 3. It's way off. I could tell from when he let go of the ball. Brooklyn the other way. All right, so here's what my week looks like. So every day, 9 to 5, I am like never, like right now it's really busy. I am never like not grinding, getting my job done. And on top of my 9 to 5, I do these streams, which I love to do. And I do Raptors videos, which I love to do. So to do my Raptors videos, I have to get up at like 7 o'clock to get in before I start my work day. So my work days are 7 to 5. And when I'm not doing a Raptors video, I get up early and I work out. At least this week I started working out in the morning. So I'm getting up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock every day. I'm either working out or doing my job or doing YouTube stuff until 5 p.m., sometimes later, a lot of the times later, and I do streams. So to end my week, I am personally not going to subject myself to this for 48 minutes. So as respectfully as possible, There's just no way I'm not watching. There's no way I'm going to stop watching before halftime. At halftime, a decision will be made because I genuinely could use some mental breaks, a little bit of a mental break. We will see. We will see, though. No commitment yet, but this is really, really bad. Listen, they come back, I'll be watching. Yeah, I'll do me. I always do. But I'm gonna stick it out to at least halftime. What's the over/under to end stream? But I'm not gonna end before half. It'll be maybe at half. Oh, like, okay, if the Raptors are down by 28 or more, I will stop watching at halftime. Oh, I can't handle this. I'm gonna hop on some Super Mario Bros. I'm gonna rip a nice G&T and I'll be okay. I mean, start it like literally first 15 seconds they hit a three. They went 5 for 5 to start the game from 3, and then they're 6 for 7 from 3. Last I checked, they were shooting 80%. It's probably around 60 something. They're shooting 75%. The Raptors are an NBA team, and they just allowed a team to shoot 75% from the field and 85 from 3. Oh, you like tattoos? Thank you, guys. Oh, sorry, the chair's creaky. All right. On the floor for the Raptors, Van Vliet, Siakam, Anunoby, Trent, and Birch. Well, sorry, as we missed a shot. Birch had I would say a manageable offensive rebound that he tips out of bounds, and it is a Brooklyn basketball 41-17. Claxton. Birch defending. Claxton outside to Irving. Drives in, layup to Claxton. It's actually an alley-oop, and Claxton scores. We're not tanking. We're way too good to tank. Man, what did I want to know what they talked about the last 2 days. What did they work on the last 2 days to, overcome that horrible disaster against the Pelicans? What was discussed? What was worked on defensively? How did we? You know what? Because the start really tanks this game for you, right? Because you just come out super flat. So starting Christian Koloko was a bad decision. They worked the ball around the perimeter easily. They got a lot of easy shots. They exposed his lack of speed, and you get it wrong. I get the picture. Okay, it's Claxton, so you put Koloko on him, right? And then, after 4 minutes, it was obviously not working. They were picking us apart. So you'd probably make a sub there. Then 5 minutes in, you're down by big numbers. You probably call a timeout and then take Koloko out of the game. So Nick Nurse, 4.5 minutes in, calls a timeout. And then after assessing what had gone wrong, and net score again there, assessing what had gone wrong and why it wasn't working, he just left the 5 guys out there. He just went, no, keep going. Just keep doing it. And then they continued to struggle. 2 minutes later, he made the subs. It got better for a moment, but then it's bad again now. 45-19. They have 45 points. There is 10 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second quarter, and they have 45 points. They are on pace for 150. Raptors down by 26. Another turnover on the offensive foul. 47-19. So currently, Brooklyn up by... Oh, sorry. I cheated. I looked at ESPN. Tough to get me excited right now to talk about this game. Brick for Vic. That's the best one I've heard. Brick for Vic is good. Kyrie in mid-range. This is playing on 2K with sliders right now. Van Vliet to Anunoby. At the rim, he misses the layup, gets his own miss, and the Raptors have made a layup. They have scored. They have put the ball in the basket. Now, the hard part is stopping them from doing it, and wouldn't you know, Kyrie Irving floats it in. Thank God we're playing the fucking Magic tomorrow. Because even in them at their best, worst case, you'll lose by like 15 points. I think the Raptors might lose by 100 tonight. This is so bad. I can't even, I can't even properly critique. It's so bad, I can't even, critique what's going wrong. I can't even, try to explain to you the things we're not doing well. I genuinely cannot even evaluate this performance. It is a straight 0 out of 10. It's lower than 0 out of 10. It's just, you cannot critique it. It is incapable of criticism for how extraordinarily bad it is. Van Vliet to the rim. I thought he'd miss it, but he hit the layup. 49-23. Obviously, we won't forfeit. I think that was more of a joke. Ooh. I need a drink. Van Vliet. Ooh, Raptors get a steal. OG to the rim. That's a... Ooh, they call... I thought it was a charge. They call a blocking foul. Okay. We go into the line here. It's another bad day. Play Juancho more. Play him more. I don't know. He's looked good. Okay, 49-25. Irving layup is good. 51-25 for Brooklyn. 8:55 to go in the second quarter, and the Brooklyn Nets have eclipsed the 50-point mark. Khem Birch lays it in. It's 51-27 here. Irving, other way, and foul's called. I don't have my headphones in, so I don't know what's happened there. Yeah, the trade things are always funny because you say trade this guy. This Raptors obviously are having a bad game. They won't look like this in every game. They will in the last two. So, okay, anybody who's legitimately saying trade Scottie Barnes. All right, what are you trading him for? What are you trading him for? Because if you just say trade him, that means nothing. Trade him for a second round pick. Trade him for Mason Plumlee. Trade him for who? Could you get adequate value in return for Scottie Barnes at this point? Probably not. Are you better off keeping him and harnessing the clearly high potential he has? Yeah. I would say today I have some very harsh criticism for Nick Nurse today. Does that mean I want to fire him? No. But I very much some harsh criticism for Nick Nurse today. 56-29. 27-point game. So we're in that I'm not streaming anymore territory. I said 28 or more. I don't know. I feel like if it's 26, I might cave at halftime. 56-31. Okay. It is somebody call a timeout. Jacob needs a drink. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go grab maybe two. All right, I'm back, unfortunately. Jesus Christ, man. All right, let's see what we have on the menu. All right, a nice gin and tonic. Gin and tonic can make the pain go away. Cameroon used all their luck for today. Siakam doesn't get any of it. Or Koloko. A nice Raptors. A little cocktail glass. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Was too lazy to cut up. I prefer the lime in the GT. I was too lazy because I was trying to be quick. I didn't chop one up. Gin in this, it's probably about there. There's a handsome amount in there. It was like right at the bottom of the bottle, where it's like it wasn't enough to put back, but it was probably too much for one, so you just put in a lot, right? Cut it to 15 by half. I mean, we can. Nothing has suggested to me that we are going to do anything positive tonight. There's nothing at all suggestive that this team is going to start scoring and get stops. Like we have just not got any stops. Why are we leaning so little like on guys like Wancho and Thad, who seemed to me to be a lot better when they came in? Oh, there's a super chat. Sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, Phoenix, for the super chat. Thank you for reminding me, Adam. Siakam trade is needed. Backline defense stinks. Yeah. There's a few things I think this team could use. A player like Wancho, a player like Siakam would be really fun. It's just getting that player. I don't know. We got to talk about the game. Well, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out, guys. We're just gonna hang out. Full faith in Raps. I know we're better than this, but my God, it's hard to watch. Justin, you say it best, buddy, because this is a good team. This is a good team. Trust me, this is a good team. But they're a lot better than this. Too much ISO on offense. No rim protection on defense in any way whatsoever. Easy blow-bys. What's going on with this call here? The call on the floor stand. USC up 7-0. I have USC minus 2.5 on the spread. That is a football bet I had. I know nothing on college football. I have had a very nice college football betting season. For some reason, I've just found a lot of good lines. Hopefully that continues today. I've had a horrible World Cup of betting. Horrible. It's not been that good for me. $27-point game. 58-31. And the Raptors turn it over. You can't, okay, I mean, not going to say like new rule. You can't tell me trade somebody without telling me what for. As Warren hits a mid-range shot. You can't just say trade this, trade that. Tell me who you need them to get traded for. Or else, like, what's the point? Barnes backing down Harris, misses the right-hander. Like, that's, I'm sorry. This is a shell of Joe Harris. If you are Scottie Barnes and the Raptors, that rebound right there, and OG seals it off Gary. If I'm sorry, but if Scottie Barnes can't take Joe Harris in isolation, like that is barbecue fucking chicken. If Scottie Barnes can't even fucking take Joe Harris in isolation, then we are fucking lost here, man. We are fucking lost. This is ridiculous. This is so bad. Curry in mid-range. It's good. 62-31. How does Matty D do it, man? Hernan Gomez layup is blocked. Yep. Kyrie for 3. It is 65-31. It is a 34-point game. It is the second quarter. Well, listen, you want to bust your slump? Not many better teams to do it against than the Orlando Magic. Annoyingly, this will make us, as Barnes misses the free throw, this will make us 0-3 against Brooklyn. Now, this is a good team. Sorry. Barnes could not take Joe Harris in isolation. Then missed 2 free throws. And then turned the ball over. In the space of 1 minute, space of 2 minutes, he lost a one-on-one matchup with Joe Harris on defense, on offense. He got 2 free throws in the next play, missed both, and then in the next play, he threw the ball out of bounds to nobody. There's 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. I don't think there's a way I'm doing a second half here. You can't even like. It's so bad you can't even talk about it. This game, because you can't critique it. It's just that much of a mess. Like let's say you're a teacher and you wanted to make a kid do a book report, and the kid didn't even read the book. Like you can't even grade it because they didn't read the book. You just get a 0, right? All right, beer time. Nice 10.5%. We have a Fracture Juicy Imperial IPA. 10.5%. Nice and strong. The Skull Glass. Look at that. Wait. There you go. That's tasty. That is a good ass drink. Amsterdam got bought out by who? Almost whiskey. Maniculture. Clan Holmes, understand it, is an Amsterdam brewery beer as well. How about that? Boucher for 3. I gotta tell you guys, I can't see myself doing a second half here. Have you tried mezcal? No, I don't even know what that is. They would not send Barnes to 9. You'd have to go to absolute extremes for that. Well, Brazil won their group, so it doesn't really matter. Damn, Fred just got swatted. Unibrew? I didn't know they got bought out. I wonder if that'll change their beer. How is he open for 3 there? Barnes, ooh, dunk, and 1. How about that? Who do I think will win the World Cup? It's hard to convince me off of Brazil. But I don't think any team has looked like a superpower here. Brazil are flawed a little bit. Korea went through on goal difference, actually. So not yellow cards. I think Brazil the best team, but nobody's looked outstanding. You know what I mean? Your dad out of Australia finished second group. I don't know. So I do a World Cup betting show on the Hammer Betting Network on a YouTube channel called Fine Margin. So every day at 4:15, every weekday at 4:15, I do a World Cup betting show. If you want to know what my bets are for World Cup, I'll lay them out to you for the next round, when we get a break here. Barnes at point guard, OG at shooting guard, Siakam at small forward, Bo Cruz at power forward, Boucher at the 5. Your rim resistance. I prefer Thaddeus Young with those guys, and there's the lack of shooting there would probably be a problem as well. I don't know. Van Vliet for 3, way off. What is the score? It's 25. 26-point game. So it's not quite far enough for what I said. We'll decide at halftime. KD sauces up Boucher. No good on the jumper, though. Boucher lays it up, and no foul. No foul there. Harris for 3, 29. They have 72, 125 to go in the half. Barnes, mid-range. Damn, Barnes. Actually hitting some shots right now. 27-point game. Joe Harris. Suarez and Twitch. Wow, this ain't the score I want to see. Me neither. Just got home. What the fuck is going on? Do I want to know? Suarez, I can't really explain. It's just been everything. Literally everything. Everything has been bad. Not a single thing has gone right. We can't defend. We started with a bad lineup, failed to make adjustments. They got hot. Defense is flat. Offense is a disaster. I don't know. The offense is a disaster. Turning the ball over too much. Easy looks for them. Easy looks for 3. Easy looks for 2. Just everything. Me after watching the Raptors. Bro, I'm dead. Just a process. You're not allowed to say process anymore. Process is like, it's just no process. As much as it's a process, you're not allowed to use that term. That term has been tarnished for the rest of time. When is it going to be panic? When they're under 500 by when they're multiple games under 500. I'd say if they go 3 games under 500. But even then, last season we were 3 games under 500 after 31 games. So panic would be probably 4 or 5 games under 500, I'd say. Are we in win now mode? We're on our way. You can be good without being a contender. Like the Raptors spent 7-8 years as a good team. You can't just become a contender overnight. You can't just, any year you're not a title contender, you can't just tank. You know what I mean? So obviously this team is not a contender. It's also way too good to tank. And tanking with this group of players would be a big disservice because it's a really good team. But this is a really good team. 72-49. If Kyrie hits this on any stream. Plus minus is hilarious. Can't panic till we are healthy. Well, we're mostly healthy, so I don't know. I wouldn't high five any of these guys right now. Man, Alvin Williams doing his best to gas people up. How do they do it? All right, it's halftime. We're down 72-49. How has Christian Coloco played 14 minutes here? How have we only gotten 4 out of Thad? All right. Birch got no time. Juancho's a -3, and he's played 12 minutes. Boucher is a +6. In a game where you are down by 23 points, Chris Boucher is +6. OG is a -30. Van Vliet's a -21. Do I want to see Brooklyn? I feel like they're going to be a +50 in here. Nick Claxton is a +29. Cam Thomas is a -10. And they're up by 23 points. Look, Barnes actually doing stuff on offense today. He has 4 turnovers, but which is more than the rest of our team combined. Or same as the rest of our team combined, but hey, baby steps, baby. Baby steps. OG's 1 for 5. Siakam has only taken 3 shots. He has 0 rebounds. Siakam has 0 fucking rebounds. That is bad. I'm a little scared. 58% from the field to 47. And 47 from 3 to 37 and 30. 49 ain't bad. Tell you what is, 37 and 31 shooting from the field. They're out rebounding us. They have forced only 1 more turnover. I struggle like as an analyst, I guess, as a online personality that critiques this team, that's done it for probably like 150 of these watch-alongs in 700 videos. I genuinely, I'm looking at the Washington box score. I genuinely cannot come up with the words to try and decipher what the hell just happened. It was just that bad. It all started, Koloko starts the game, so the Brooklyn Nets pass it around us like nothing, generate open look after open look, and they started 5 for 5 from 3, 6 for 7 from 3. Since then, they're total 8 for 17, so they've fallen off there. The game ain't close to over. We got some momentum going to end the first half. We bring it back like a 9-0 run, back in it. All right. Let's do it. Tomorrow there's a Raptors game, so I'm not doing a video. Come on, LeBron. You can't tell me. I had to do a Scottie video after that one. Back-to-back blowouts are like very minor concern because it's just 2 disgustingly bad games. Like this team is just fundamentally better than this. I'm not going to make a video bashing Scottie again for like at least a week. Dunk. We need dunks, not drunks. Well, I smashed my gin and tonic. I'm going to nurse this 10.5% here. This experiment of having a whole team 6'9" should be over. Why? I would say we looked at our worst when we did not do. We looked at our best when we did that, and looked at our worst when we weren't doing that today. Lakers are title contenders against the Bucks. Anthony Davis on another planet. AD, I love the redemption arc. Oh fuck. 13-3 USC Pat pending. Shout out USC minus 2.5 bettors. Hopefully they hang on. Because the Raptors money line ain't cashing. And the Pascal points, rebound, assists ain't catching either. I tell you what. Nets only play well when they're up. Well, they're up because they're playing well. I don't know what to tell you. Won't be surprised the Lakers finish top 4. I would be surprised. I would be very, very surprised. Hey, Adam, you had bowl weight today. How was it, buddy? It's not been Siakam's game. Rapside players winning through physical dominance and hustle. This is not sustainable in the long run. Not really. But like it also is because we won 48 games last season. Nets are good. I mean, I don't care how good you are. 72-49.5. Something's wrong. I guess let's find a silver lining here. Scottie Barnes is almost 50% shooting from the field. We've beaten the Cavs twice, and they're really good, but we got blown out by the Pacers. We're about to get blown out for the second time against the Nets. We need two good centers, period. Listen, if this team had more catch and shoot threat, a shot creator coming off the bench, backup playmaker, and two more centers, we'd be in a good spot. What do we need the most? I would say it's backup shot creation. But then we also, very clearly, I agree, do need some better rim protection. But we also need more catch and shoot threat. I can live without the playmaker. We need effort. We need people to give a shit out here. If you're working hard, you're not down 72-49. A center that can pass. I'm not saying Pirtle wouldn't help us. We ain't switching games. I'm toughing it out a little bit more. I really want to see. I want to see how he responds second half. If it still doesn't change, then I'm done. Running the offense through Mark. Okay, you gotta Mark is like a Hall of Famer. You can't just find that. Half court offense is abysmal. Does Scottie, OG, Pascal trio even work anymore? Yes. Yes, it does. Two games don't completely define you as a team. Listen, we lose here, we're 500. It's not like we're a bad team. We're far from it. 500. We've had a lot of injury troubles this season. Our best players missed 10 games. Am I drinking? A Fracture Juicy Imperial IPA. Will it focus? There we go. I have a skull. Our best player is not Scottie. It is definitely not Scottie. We got to do something, man. All right. I think we're about to start the second half here. I'm going to give them a little bit of extra time here just to see what they got cooking for the second half, because if it continues in the same vein, I'm out of here. I am straight fucking out of here. Down has looked, he's looked like good in some, pretty meh in others. But listen, if we're down that bad, if he's here, I don't even know if he's with the team right now. Yeah. Who the fuck is Kim? Rotate OG and Scottie on the 3 and 43 on the 4 mostly. And Pertel and Kim on the 5. Who the fuck is Kim? I mean, if we just trade for Giannis, we'd be fine. I love how half of a game just like completely. Listen, if this team gives up 72, that's okay, 2 games. This team gave up 70 and a half in 2 games. This guy's finished. Been watching Christmas movie with the Chief. How are things going? Kurt, turn the fucking Christmas movie back on, man. Put that fucking Christmas movie back on and live in that winter wonderland on screen. Get the fuck out of here, Kurt. Just get out. Man, if Nick Nurse got fired, there'd be a lineup of teams trying to sign him. Y'all got it too good. Precious is a big missing piece. I don't know about that. Nets ain't putting more than 110 on the board tonight. Let's fucking go. That is Swatters on Twitch. All right, let's fucking go, man. I wouldn't say he's A+. He's A. A. Kurt, I recommend turning the Raps game on. All South Korea's backline, Kim. Kim Jae-min. That's my man. Trade everybody for only players who have dated Kardashians. You can get Chris Paul at point guard now. Will we ever win another game? Do you think over under 0.5 wins in franchise history from December 2nd, 2022 onward? Over under 0.5 franchise wins. Because sometimes the way we talk about it, or the way some people talk about it, is this team will never win another basketball game again. At the very least, let's get those likes up. Please and thank you, everybody. You know what? If the Raps had Yuta Watanabe tonight, they'd be down by like 3 max because he's such a difference maker out there on the court. The way he plays defense, he's an absolute lockdown defender. He's a complete sniper from 3. Isolation machine. There's just no way you're losing like this if Yuta Watanabe's playing. We replace Yuta with Juancho, and as far as I'm concerned, Juancho does a lot more than Yuta. And I've come a long way on Juancho. You think if we had Simi Hyluk would be losing like this? I don't think so. All right. Back in it. Second half, baby. Fred, 3. Could have at least hit the rim. Could have hit the rim, Fred. Like, that's not too much to ask. The rim. Joe Harris drives by Scottie. Kick out to O'Neal, I think. 3-pointer, no good. There's no way there's just no way he brought Koloko back in. There's just no way. Siakam to the rim. There's got a point. There's no fucking way he fucking started Koloko here. Did he not watch the first quarter? They fucking torched this lineup because Koloko can't defend the perimeter. There's no fucking way he started Koloko here. Now I'm actually really upset. Did he not fucking watch the first quarter, Nick? What the hell is he doing? Are we watching the same game here? I can't believe he brought this lineup back out and the Raptors turn it over. I can't believe that. Utah never got a... That's crazy to me. I can't believe you said that shit. You guys just say shit. You just love fucking saying stuff. Utah never got a chance. He got so many chances. This guy was like starting games at the end of 2020. We were tanking. He still couldn't solidify a rotation spot. Sorry, end of the 2021, or like the 2020-2021 season. Hire Steve Nash. O'Neal for 3, no good. Raptors, you know what? It's a 21-point game. Siakam, mid-range. It did not touch rim. Touched other stuff. Didn't touch rim, though. No net, though, either. No net, no rim. KD, no good. Rebound by, I guess, Kolok. Sign Matt Ryan. Who do you cut? There's no roster spots. Barnes. What defines real chance? Because people say Malcolm never gets a chance. Does a guy have to average 38 minutes for 50-plus games to get a real chance? I saw plenty of Utah, and good riddance, to be honest. $76.55 for Brooklyn. Fred bringing it up the other way. I checked out a long time ago mentally, but we're still rolling, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you've dropped a like. Siakam with the right, got it to go. If you enjoy watch parties that are typically more fun than this, then please make sure you are subscribed to Amateur Hour Sports. I do a watch party like this for every Raptors game. I'll be here tomorrow as the Raptors play the Orlando Magic at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you're subscribed. Drop a like to support the channel. Still here but not watching. Thank you, Chris. Oh, Suggs. If Suggs drops 50 points, I'll donate $1,000 to charity. I'll add him on Twitter and I'll say, Jalen, I said if you drop 50 tonight, I'm gonna donate $1,000 to charity. You pick which one it goes to. On God. I don't care. And Siakam puts in the free throws. Okay, you know what? It's 76-59. Here we come. 17-point game. Durant to Harris. He's open for 3 again. Finally, you get Jumbo Joe to miss one of those. Is Raptors money kind of cute? I already have Raptors money line, so we'll let that one ride. You know what sounds cuter? South Korea win, draw, win. Because that's what I am fucking smashing tomorrow. Thank you, Blame. Yo, if you're not betting South Korea win, draw, win against Brazil, then what the fuck are you actually doing out here? Because I will be having a little sprinkle on that South Korea plus like 1,500 to take down the mighty Brazil. The mighty Brazil, who have 3 goals in 3 games. South Korea, they have 4 goals. And they got machines in that box. What are the odds here? We can get the Korea Republic. They're 1,200 right now. They're 13 on Betfred. We take in South Korea. Soccer, yeah. OG at the rim, he's fouled. It's a 18-point game. OG can make it. Wait, was it 7? It was 18. Wait. Yeah, 18. You look at Utah's stats. He's shooting the same from free throw line as 3-point line. His 3-point percentage isn't going to hold Love the guy's spirit. Look, straight up, I'm joking about it, but I want you to actually know my opinion on. Thank you, Adam. I will. My opinion on Yuta Watanabe. This guy had ample opportunity, this guy had a large amount of opportunity to work his way into the Raptors rotation over 2 full years of basketball. Last year, the Raptors bench was the worst in the NBA. Spots were wide open for the taking to get a rotation spot and get consistent minutes. He was provided plenty of opportunities. There were injuries. Started the season, he got play time. The fact of the matter is, his defense was suspect a lot of the times, and offensively, he didn't give you anything. His 3-point game was not good enough to warrant the play time, considering all the other deficiencies within his game. And on top of the lack of 3-point shooting, like, it was fine, but wasn't good enough to compensate the fact that he literally could do nothing else from an offensive standpoint. He had no ability to get to the rim. He had no ability to finish at the rim. He had no ability to generate shots in mid-range. It was 3 or bust, and a lot of the time, it was bust. Since he's left the Raptors and joined the Brooklyn Nets, he has been playing really, really well for the Brooklyn Nets. That is not how he was playing for the Raptors, and likely how he would not be playing for the Raptors if he was still on this team. So anybody on like the Yuta thing, like, I've made a video about this, like just because he's playing well for the Nets does not mean he'd be doing this for the Raptors. And even so, you can't blame the Raptors for letting him go, because he had so many opportunities and so many chances to prove himself as a day by day or a day in, day out rotation player for this team. It is what it is. I very much do not think Utah's current state of play is going to sustain itself. I love him. I'm happy for his success. He's an easy player to root for. He's just not good enough for this team. USC up 17. That'll make up for the Siakam disaster and the Raptors money line. We also had a sprinkle on the Magic money line, but that looks dead. USC minus 2.5. That might chip in a little bit to the losing day. Yo, but we sprinkling on that South Korea money line. That's what I'm talking about. We're definitely hammering Japan to advance. We've already hammered USA double chance tomorrow. We've already hammered Morocco +1 against Spain. We got some fun in the round of 16 here. USA double chance, baby. USA causing a fuss against the Netherlands tomorrow. They're going 90. It's either they're winning 90 or they're taking the extra time. They ain't losing in the first 90 minutes. Raptors down 17. All right. I'm juiced now. Come on, I'm juiced now. Siakam steps inside. In the paint, spin to the rim, foul. All right, chip in. 7:07 to go. Raptors cutting in a little bit. Can you get it down to 13 for the fourth? Can you get it like in a little bit there? It's kind of hot in here. Whew. Once we got to 11, you turn back in. The Raps, that was the closest they got against the Pelicans. Jimmer Fredette. Cyrus, I forget. You just said, so Cyrus just said, y'all were talking trash now. I forget what you said, Cyrus, but you said one of the most off-base, ridiculous takes like 5 minutes ago. I forget what it was exactly, but I remember you said some foul shit. 79-62 after Brooklyn score there. OG, 6:40 to go. OG in the paint. Using his size on Claxton. Short fade. Gotta have that. Gotta have that, man. 79-62 after Brooklyn score there. OG, 6:40 to go. OG in the paint. Using his size on Claxton. Short fadeaway. Gotta have that. Gotta have that, man. 79-62 after Brooklyn score there. OG, 6:40 to go. OG in the paint. Using his size on Claxton. Short fadeaway. Gotta have that. Gotta have that, man. Kyrie, OG defending. Joe Harris in the corner, swing up top to O'Neal. Good closeouts. Disrupted and stolen by Fred. This should be an easy 2, and it will be. OG lays it in, 79-64. Raptors just, chipping away. O'Neal to KD. Can we get another stop? Kyrie. Tough shot. No good. Rebound Koloko. All right, push it. Fred VanVleet to Siakam for 3. Rims out. Barnes rebound. Out to turn it over. Okay. I was excited, then Scottie Barnes turned it over again, and now I'm sad. So, what day of the year did you guys get in your coldest day of the year in Southern Ontario bet, in Toronto bet? Me personally, I'm on December 24th and 26th. I wasn't happy with the days that I got on my random spin, but if Christmas Eve is the coldest day of the year, then I'm going to win a lot of money. They should sign me. Hey, I could hit a 3 every now and then. Give me like 10 wide open threes. I think I'd hit 1. You know what? I could hit 1. I could hit 1. Minus 40. I don't live in Edmonton, thank God. O'Neal wide open for 3. Why is he open? Why is he wide open? Why have we just left him there? Just fucking left him there wide open. 84-64. It's a 20-point game. Siakam, Claxton one-on-one. Good matchup. Siakam mid-range is way off the mark. VanVleet for 3. Also off the mark. $84-64. Almost stolen. KD gets it out to O'Neal somehow, and a foul's called. 5 on Siakam now. Fouls. So it's hot in here, man. I'm happy I had some drinks here, or else I don't know what I'd do. I can't even help but laugh. It's just that bad tonight, man. It's just that bad for them tonight. I also have a third day on my coldest day bet. I think I got like mid-February-ish, which is just not a good day as well. I forget. One bet I'm excited to cash is the Rudy Gobert Defensive Player of the Year bet because he's been so good on defense this season. I can't wait for him to win that award. And for Keegan Murray to win Rookie of the Year, that's guaranteed cash. Barnes layup is good. Scottie looks, at least we have that effect. Just get it in the paint, short right-hander, but that's aggression that we just haven't seen from him recently. Doing it there. Why not more of this? It just can be that easy, right? Banchero's probably Rookie of the Year. Mathurin could win Sixth Man of the Year. He actually could also win Rookie of the Year. I wanted, when I was making so it was a random day I was really hoping for a mid to late January, just frigid sort of days. But I got Boxing Day and Christmas Eve, which are probably not going to be very cold. Juancho checking in along with Gary Trent Jr. Raptors chipping into this lead, only down by 19 now. It was as high as 34 points at one point. So the Raptors have really chipped into this one. Siakam on 5 fouls, in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, I'm usually like high on Fred. Tonight is not his night. I would probably also just not play him anymore. Fred. 1-on-1 with KD to the rim. Tough layup. Rims out. Okay, that was unfortunate. Kyrie. Step back in mid-range, and he got it. Man, that guy's good at basketball. Timeout called. It is 87-66. Yeah, we're going to end after this quarter. I can't do this. Lately, it's been green Christmas. Hardly any snow on Christmas. I agree. My days were bad. Not feeling very good about this one. There is snow right now in southern Ontario. We're getting some. It's been moderately cold. These days, I don't leave my house. I work from home every day. My boss, so I used to have to go into the office Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then like 3 weeks ago, my boss is like, listen, I got a new supervisor. Like, listen, your job, there's like no need for you to be in office. So if you don't want to go in office, you don't have to. Like, you want to go in once a week just to show face, whatever. But you do not need to be in office. And I have not gone to the office since then. My office is far from my house, so it's just, I'm chilling, right? All right, I'm gonna head out. What's funny? What can we talk about that's funny? What's trending on Twitter? What's trending? What's a thinker of a question? What's trending today? Nick Nurse is trending. Okay. Okay. Yeah, a lot of Nick Nurse slander. Ooh. Wow, a lot of Nick Nurse slander. Wow, okay, I'm going to stop reading the Nick Nurse slander. Wellington, Ontario. I don't know where Wellington is, actually. I am from Ontario, but I don't know. What's Kanye being racist? See, I wanted to talk about Kanye, but then I don't want to find out somebody agrees with him. I mean, you can't, right? Man, imagine, all you had to do is, just say, you know what? It wasn't even prompted. Alex Jones didn't even bring up old Adolf. He just, Kanye out of nowhere was like, I see great, this is a great guy. I love him. He's a great guy type of thing. I'm seeing on Twitter Raptors discussions. What do we need most? What does this Raptors team need most? Does it need shooting, playmaking, catch and shoot threat, rim protection? Because there's a lot of people in chat saying, I'm not criticizing. We need all these things maybe. There's comments that we need a better rim protector. But then there's also we need a better playmaker off the bench. But we also need a better shot creator off the bench. But we also need more catch and shoot threat off. Where do we go? I all of the above, right? But you can only have one. What do you trade for? All right, I'm going to make a poll on Twitter asking the exact same question I just asked you guys. The Raptors evidently could use another piece, as could any team in the NBA. But what type of player do they need the most? Actually, let's see you guys can watch. Follow me on Twitter and vote in this poll. That's how you spell Pirtle, right? Yeah. .3 game. All right, I'm going to share this tweet with you guys. If you guys want to vote in it, that'd be cool. European flavor. A guy like Luka Doncic, I think he'd make our team better. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, what? Pirtle? I guess he's European. You know, I'll actually also share what people thought on my YouTube channel. I think I do think we will end this at the end of the quarter. We are in a deep fucking hole right now, and I just would rather have the extra half hour to play Mario Kart or something. Okay, if I shared this link, actually, it's bad. It's bad. There's no debating that. Another 2 in a row. It's hard to follow up a blowout with another blowout. But we did it. We did that shit, man. And yeah, it's gonna be. You know what? I don't mind the back-to-back here because at least you don't have to think about this game for very long. You know, right after this game, you lock yourself down and you get ready for the next one. Right? But here, I kind of want to see how Twitter reacts to this question. Let's see. For reference, here's how the viewers on my YouTube channel answered. Personally, I wouldn't mind some more shot creation, but could also go for a guy I can't type like Pirtle. I'm going to delete my last comment. Personally, that's nice. Spell that. All right. What do you got? I mean, this team will be okay. I don't really like. I don't want to go like crazy on what's. It's bad. It's been bad for 2 games in a row, but this is not like the end of the world here. Fourth quarter. Like, I don't need to do this. All right, yeah, Adam, I'm going to go into the post-game show. I mean, I really could just use an extra 30 minutes to chill. I don't really want to watch the rest of this game. So, all right. I'm doing post-game show. I'm done. I've had enough. So the Raptors, right? Let's start again. The Raptors in the middle of their fourth quarter against the Brooklyn Nets, but I have really had enough. So, we're ending it there, and we're going to go right into the post-game show because this was another nightmare performance by the Raptors. Let's talk about it. So the Raptors currently down 96-74. As this post-game show progresses, you will see this scoreline change. As you see, it's now 96-75. Players to the line likely, but I am done watching this game. This Raptors team has shown, you know what? I'll give them credit. A little bit of heart in that third quarter. They win the third quarter. And you know what? They won the second quarter as well, but the first quarter was just so bad that they're in this hole. And personally, as somebody who works a 9-to-5 job, and then also on top of that, does the YouTube videos that you guys watch on Amateur Sports, Amateur Clips, all that stuff, you're working like 10-hour days plus. I could use this extra half hour here, and this team has not really shown a ton of hope in getting back into this game. You know what? It's been better. You win the next 2 quarters, and after the disaster of the first quarter, that's all I could really ask for as a viewer here. However, you have to acknowledge that once again, you've given up 40 points in the first quarter of a basketball game. They did it against the Pelicans. They've done it now tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. It was 41-17 after the first quarter. So in the Pelicans game, you still score like a good amount of points. Your offense like genuinely was still fine in that game. You score 108 points against the New Orleans Pelicans. You know what? A Raptors team that thrives off of extra possessions, that thrives off of offensive rebounding, forcing turnovers, and committing very minimal amounts of turnovers. You kind of took that from the team. It was some sort of positive at the very least about that game. You just give up 126 and lose the game. Tonight, 17 first quarter points, 41 allowed. Everything went wrong in that first quarter. In fact, so much went wrong that I can't even properly sort of critique that first quarter. I can't give you like a full sort of analysis of what happened because it was so bad that you can't even contextualize it with words really how abhorrently awful it was by the Raptors. I'm going to do my best here. So, you know, you start with the first quarter, of course. Brooklyn just played with us because Nick Nurse goes in the starting lineup. He goes with Van Vliet, Anunoby, Barnes, Siakam, and Koloko as the guy at the center. So, you know, they start with Claxton. Claxton's been playing pretty well this season, so you want to go with a bigger guy against him. Understandable. Personally, maybe Thaddeus Center-Wanch or Hernan Gomez would have been a little bit better, and it showed, but I don't disagree with the thought process going with that. But it was very clear from the jump that Brooklyn were trying to expose the lack of mobility that he had, and were just moving the ball around the perimeter, generating tons of open looks. Now, did they shoot out of their mind? Yes, but they had a ton of wide open looks at the rim and from three. They start 5 for 5 from three. Joe Harris gets 3 wide open threes and hits all of them. And I get Joe Harris isn't having that good of a season, but this is Joe fucking Harris. We know we can shoot threes. We don't leave him open, especially after he hits one. The second time, you probably, worry about him more. But not only that, when he hits 2, then you really go, all right, Jumbo Joe. No more of those 3-pointers, but alas, he does get another one. Nonetheless, the Brooklyn Nets come out to that hot start. Koloko, I think, was part of the problem amongst maybe some other pieces from the Raptors who weren't playing so well on defense. And 4.5 minutes in, Nick Nurse calls a timeout. I think he called the timeout too late, as per usual. However, at least he calls a timeout, and I'm thinking, okay, disaster start, just like 2 days ago against the Pelicans. Let's make the switches. Let's change the style. Let's change the lineup. Get back in this game. Nurse calls a timeout, but then just leaves everybody out there. And the problem only just gets worse from that point, because the things that were going wrong continue to go wrong with the same lineup out. They keep exposing us. They jump out to a 32-10 lead. And finally, 32-10 Brooklyn in the first quarter. 7 minutes into the game, finally, Nick Nurse decides, okay, you know what? Maybe we should make some subs here. We're down 22 in the first quarter. I think it's time now that we make some changes and sub some different guys in. So we got to that point. It looked better for like 2 minutes. Brooklyn really just took over from, they were just still in command from that point. Already taking over the game. Guys were hitting shots. They were just going out of their mind on offense. After it was 9 minutes into the game, the Raptors were shooting 12%. Brooklyn were shooting 82% or so, or 80%, something like that. It took the Raptors 9 minutes to hit their first 2-pointer of this game. The Raptors' first 2 field goals in the first 9 minutes were both 3-pointers. So, you hit 2 of those. However, no 2-point field goal until 9 minutes into the game. That's a problem. And it's really tough to recover from that point. 41-17. You win the second quarter by 1 point. You win the third quarter by 3 points. You can't afford to put yourself in a hole like that. Siakam, he's looked okay today, but defensively as a whole, this team, offensive numbers, goddamn, they're bad, but they're not severely horrible. Going to individual stat lines here. We're in the fourth. There's 10 to go. Things could change, but Siakam right now is 4 for 10, 18 points. He's a -17, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. That's not horrible. Scottie Barnes, who has been struggling. You know what? We get an almost 50% stat line, which he's only done 5 times this season. Yes, Scottie Barnes has only shot 50% or more 5 times so far this season. Doesn't look like he's going to do it today. 15 points, 9 rebounds. Only 1 assist, but hey, 9 rebounds, 15 points. Cool. He has 7 turnovers. Baby steps, because he's just been bad and we need better. 7? And a lot of them are just errant passes to nobody, getting his pocket picked for no reason, out of nowhere. 7? Going to the bench, Thaddeus Young gets 4 minutes. You'll have to explain to me why, because I don't think he's been that bad. I think he deserves more. I think he should have started. Gary Trent falls back down from that impressive game against New Orleans. Juancho continues to impress me. 16 minutes, only a -4 in a game you're down by now 23 points. I would start to lean on Juancho. In fact, I spoke about in my previous video on my main channel, Amateur Sports, this channel right here. Go with Juancho and Thad in the starting lineup again. It worked on Monday. Juancho has played winning basketball, as has Thaddeus Young. Scottie Barnes has not. Gary Trent has not. We're trying to win basketball games. And you will have to do some convincing to get me to believe that if we started Siakam, Van Vliet, Anunoby, Juancho, and Thad today, that we would be in this position. You'd have to do some convincing to me. Now, granted, Fred Van Vliet for the second game in a row can't hit a jump shot to save his life. He's minus 23 for 12, over 5 from 3. Fred went like 80 games in a row hitting a 3 before like 2 weeks ago. And then he didn't hit a 3 last game against Pelicans, and it doesn't appear as though he will be hitting a 3-pointer tonight. He's over 5. I mean, yeah, I defend Fred, but man, he's got to step up as well. A lot of guys need to step up for this team. You go to the team stats now. Brooklyn's field goal percentages have come back down, but the damage, like I said, has already been done. You put yourself in such a hole here. You'll win these two, but obviously Brooklyn seemed to have taken their foot off the gas a little bit. Rebound battle, we made up a lot of it. In fact, we're up by 2 now. Turnover-wise, we forced more turnovers, but it's very evident that this Raptors team cannot score consistently. You're not even seeing. Did I even show that team stat thing? I'm just going to redo it in case. You go to the team stats, and Brooklyn, you know what? They've come back down to earth a little bit. It was at 80% at one point here. And you know what? The Raptors rebounding battle, we've all of a sudden taken the lead. Turnover battle, we've also taken the lead. The damage has been done, as I was mentioning earlier. You put yourself in such a hole. And, even with the rebound battle going in your favor, the turnover battle going in your favor, your defense has been that bad tonight that the Raptors offense can't make up for it yet again. Our half-court offense is bad. It relies on too much isolation from guys not named Pascal Siakam. The ball movement hasn't been good enough. And we need to find better schemes to use offensively because, to be honest, Siakam is by far and away your best player, and by an even wider margin, your best isolation player. Start giving this guy like Giannis sort of usage almost, because it's very clear that good things happen when the ball is in his hands. And for other guys, they just don't have the ability to generate those isolation sort of buckets. So I'd lean even heavier onto Pascal Siakam for your offensive load because the half-court offense has been really bad for the Raptors. Now, fundamentally speaking, Nick Nurse needs to find a way to get more out of the offense. This guy, Trevor Gleason, needs to find a way to get more out of this Raptors offense in the half-court because, listen, if it's a game where you're not just dominating the possession battle, you can't just roll over like this, like you did against the Pelicans and like you did tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. You have to find a way to continue to affect games when the rebound battle is even. The possession battle is even. And right now, we're just not getting that out of this team. So it's been 2 ugly losses in a row. Now, what sort of panic should there be about the overall team and roster here? Evidently, this team is missing a piece. Every team in the NBA is missing a piece. So this team could get something else for sure. But realistically, with this team right now, this is a good team. 2 bad losses, these things, yes, they happen. Last season, the Raptors were 14-17 at one point before winning a total of 48 games in the season. We were going to be, 11-11 after this one. Fred hit Fred hit a 3. There you go. After this game, you're going to be 11-11. Considering the injuries you had, that's not that bad. There is so much game to go here. You're just over a quarter of the way into the season. So much basketball left to play. This team is dangerous when it's healthy, but you really need to lean on specific guys. You need to stop with the inefficient shots. You need to stop just allowing inefficiency to happen. OG, ISOs in mid-range. I love OG, but get to the rim or shoot threes. You got to have these hard sort of conversations with guys. Fred VanVleet, he's got to figure his shit out. Scottie Barnes has got to figure out how to play winning basketball and stop giving the ball to the other team. Gary Trent's got to figure out how to play defense, as do a lot of guys. But this is a good team with talented players. Disaster 2 games. You get the Orlando Magic tomorrow. That's a very winnable game where you can go and bust out of this slump. But if you come out like this against Orlando, like you did against New Orleans, Brooklyn, fuck, Orlando's going to blow you out as well. So fix up, have some tough conversations, and get your fucking shit together. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like. Harsh words. Hopefully you still enjoy what I had to say. Make sure you've dropped a like and consider subscribing for more Raptors content just like this. And join our watch party tomorrow. Game is at 8 p.m. I'm going live at 7:30 p.m. on the Amateur Hour Sports YouTube channel. So easy. Just type in Amateur Hour Sports in your search bar and it will pop up. I promise. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk later. And let's get a win tomorrow. Okay. YouTube, family. I know the game's not done, but I am. It's almost 10. I've had a long week, as many of you have had. This team is good. I'm not gonna let these 2 games fool me into thinking it's not. This team is good. Does it need more? Yes, but it has enough to be a good team with the pieces that it has. They're better than this. They will be better than this. They will win games this season. But these 2 games, they've been ugly. They've been ugly. So let's bounce back tomorrow. Let's be better. Let's enjoy our weekend, everybody. And I'll hopefully see you tomorrow for more Raptors